Huh. Hey! We haven't done this in years.
Literal years.
Like, it was a whole ass pandemic and another gender ago for me. Like, it's been so long since we were in the car.
Long squared.
Long squared. And I cannot say that our return to the theater was a momentous occasion for the ages. It was not a movie that will be with me for the rest of my life or anything. Oh, I wonder how my lemonade is. My lemonade is actually still a little chilled.
Hang on.
That ice really did the job.
Nope, still water, not alcohol.
So, I saw Kong vs. Godzilla in theaters, and that was a fun return. Like, that was a movie that felt like a theater movie. Like, you see that in theaters because it's fucking big, and you want the big screen for it. But the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is not really the kind of movie you go to theaters for usually.
This definitely probably would have been better served as a couch video than a theater. But 4th of July, we kind of only have a limited bit of time.
Sorry about that. I'm still working on that.
When did you start doing all that?
Literally bought this Friday. Look, it's Nickelodeon ooze colored.
I thought you didn't smoke.
It's Delta 8. It's not nicotine.
What is it?
It's the closest thing you can legally purchase to marijuana in this state.
But it's not.
It's technically not marijuana, according to the fuzz.
Okay, I recently discovered I'm actually allergic to marijuana, so maybe be real light on that just in case.
Okay, I'll be careful.
It's not like it's going to kill me or anything, but I will go into a horrible coughing fit.
That's just not fucking working. Like, it's all drifting your way.
Yeah, no, smoke is like just straight up attracted to me.
So, Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Didn't see the first one, the Hitman's Bodyguard.
Neither have I.
It's a Samuel L. Jackson, Ryan Reynolds comedy. Ryan Reynolds is the bodyguard who is, like, really about, like, the rules and safety and being careful.
Like, being a good bodyguard.
And Samuel L. Jackson is a hitman who does not give a fuck.
As he makes us very aware frequently throughout the movie. Ryan Reynolds is still Ryan Reynolds in this movie. Although it was definitely the first time I've ever seen him play a character who's just uncomfortable with what's going on.
Because Selma Hayek is all the fuck over Sam Jackson in this movie. Her tits still look pretty fucking good.
Those two were like so horny and thirsty throughout this entire movie.
He is a lot older than her.
Had him knocked out after running over him with a car, stuffed him in the trunk, and then had a shag and a quadruple orgasm party before he woke up in the trunk.
Quadruple rolling climax or something, I think was the phrase.
I think that's what he said.
So Ryan Reynolds is like being snappy and comebacky, and also, so he's got this really great energy where he like keeps talking and people just want him to shut up.
And just outright ignores him.
Yeah. Really good energy. Sam Jackson has like no fucking respect for him. Although it is revealed later that that's a bit of a put on, because in the first movie, apparently Ryan Reynolds, Michael Bryce or whatever, managed to clip Samuel L. Jackson in the left testicle with the bullet.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe that was in the first movie. We don't actually know since we haven't seen it. It could have just been some random flashback they made just for this.
I feel like that was the entire point of the first movie, is like, you end up being the bodyguard to the hitman who killed one of your targets. So I feel like that was the plot of the first movie, but I am just guessing. We didn't see it.
Yeah, I still think my favorite line is when, what was her name?
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek,
she shows up and she's just cussing up a storm all movie.
And Ryan Reynolds, like, one of the first things he says to her after the first initial meeting during major gunfight is, "Your mouth needs an exorcism."
Good line, good line. Not a lot of lines at that level, but, you know, it was fun. Morgan Freeman's in it, and Antonio Banderas. Took Morgan Freeman a little while to show up, but honestly, I don't really think he added much apart from like the silliness of it being Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman did not dive in front of that bullet. Fuck you, movie.
He cannot.
I know that was a stunt double.
He cannot leap like that.
You're wearing Kevlar? Of course I'm wearing Kevlar. I'm a 90-year-old man.
Yeah, seriously.
He's like, fuck you. He's 84. And he looks like he's still in his 60s.
No, he looks his age. So, Sam Jackson does not fucking look his age. He is starting... I felt like in this movie, I was starting to see Sam Jackson finally aging. But he does not look fucking something... He does not look 70.
It's a Hollywood secret, and I might be assassinated for telling you this. He only actually ages once every 2 decades.
So he he does a bunch of aging every 2 decades just to. Oh, speaking of, I do want to talk about this in the preview. So don't let me forget that old movie.
Yeah, the M. Night Shyamalan one.
Yeah, the M. Night Shyamalan one.
You see, it's like usually your job to do the previews. You used to like just get your phone and make a quick list of what the previews were.
Yeah, but we don't do these often enough, and I forget to do it now. So, this is definitely an R-rated comedy, though. Like, there's a lot of blood. There is so much swearing.
Of course there's swearing. Sam Jackson's involved.
So if you like your, like, sort of action comedies on the sleazier... No, this isn't sleazy. This isn't sleazy.
No.
This is just sort of on the,
It's just... It's shameless.
It's raunchy. It's raunchy.
Definitely that, too. It's just, it's
because like, you know, there's so many sex jokes involving Selma Hayek and Sam Jackson just like trying to have a baby in the middle of this mission. A lot of location shooting across Europe. The plot is bonkers bananas. It's basically a James Bond villain plot, and Antonio Banderas is having a lot of fun playing a James Bond villain.
I love that you, like, right when you mentioned that this is starting to seem more like a James Bond movie, the fucking bad guys come out of the water on, like, flexy tentacle pads.
Yeah, the water jet packs.
Monologuing just to get shot.
Yeah.
Like, literally less than 10 seconds after you mentioned this feels like a James Bond movie now.
Yeah, I mean, the action choreography is just completely... unreal, over the top. Like, there's no like grounding at all. Like, at one point they're running away from a helicopter with a grenade launcher in just like a stolen van, and like it explodes under the van and it like bounces a little bit. It's like, yeah, that van ain't
after
going
going
anywhere.
Down several
flights of stairs.
Yeah, like that. Okay, so utility vans, they have a good suspension because they're usually hauling shit.
Yeah.
They don't have suspension for that, and okay, like it's an M32 6-chamber grenade launcher, but no, that van blows up, especially when that last one was right underneath the fucking van.
And it's not like cars weren't blowing up in this movie; they blew up all the freaking time.
No, a car with just a mild love tap in a wall, boom!
Oh,
a utility van with a grenade going off right under it. Perfectly fine.
Totally fine. You know who I forgot?
Fuck you, movie.
I forgot the really great scene in the beginning with his therapist.
Okay. You mean how the movie basically started?
Yeah.
And how often do you have this dream? Once.
Every night. Oh, dear. Like, she is trying to get him out of her office because she is clearly...
She is not being paid enough for this.
She's being paid! He's obviously paying her. He's gotten, like, fired from being a AAA bodyguard, and he's not...
So, Sonia Kincaid, one more time, what's her name?
Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek. Her character... She manages to track down Michael Bryce, Ryan Reynolds' character, by going to his therapist, beating the shit out of her until she tells her where she is.
They had a great bit on the location subtitles. His therapist tells him to go to Capri's, Italy, and he's like the pants? And she's like, yes, like the pants. So and he goes there.
When they go to Capri, it actually has in parentheses, like the pants.
Italy. So yeah, no, it's a clever movie. It's got it's fine. It's a solid B movie. It's not even like a B plus. Like I do not want to oversell this movie. It's fine. It's exactly the kind of movie you watch on a lazy Sunday afternoon in the background on the television that you only kind of half pay attention to between commercials. It's a perfect movie for that. We dumb fucks went to see it in theaters.
So every Jurassic Park movie except the first two.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the Jurassic... no, I'm thinking more like... well, Speed is a little bit too good, but that kind of movie. Like, Speed is a really good movie, but...
I don't think I ever saw Speed all the way through.
You are missing out. It is a fantastic movie. My jaw hurts from talking this much.
How?
I don't know. Clearly, I'm out of practice.
That, like, used to be your whole thing.
Talking. Ah, God, clearly I need to, like...
Get back in the groove of things?
I really need to get back in the groove, apparently. And it's not going to happen this month, people. I am moving. It's a whole fucking thing. I'm going to try and have a proper review out this month.
Yeah, I got to stay in the same building, only going down 2 flights of stairs. You're straight up, like, moving.
I mean, I'm not moving far. It's, like, down the road, like a tenth of a mile. But I still have to get in the car.
I didn't even have to go 100 feet.
And you didn't have as much furniture as I do.
No.
That's for sure.
Nah, the king travels late.
So, yeah, no, it's a fine movie. You definitely don't need to see the first one, that's for sure. Because we didn't, and we had a grand time. It
was a lot better than we thought it was going to be.
Low expectations exceeded. Always nice. Mm-hmm. But like I'm saying, it's a grand time, but not a grand old time.
No. It's not like it was the Snyder cut of Justice League.
I'm surprised you enjoyed that so much. It's like 3 fucking hours long.
And it was infinitely better than that atrocity we originally got.
I mean, look, no one's going to fight you on it being better than the Joss Whedon cut, if only because it's not cut down to its bones to fit into under 2 hours or whatever the fuck they did to that poor thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, Snyder's cut of Justice League is like the best movie I've seen so far this year.
I mean...
But granted, I've only seen 5, but like this theater is like just now reopening with like in the past 2 weeks. I wanted to go see a movie in a theater.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. We didn't even get popcorn. Of course, they overcharged. But we had Wendy's beforehand, so we were full.
Literally.
We were smart. Full.
Yeah. While I would definitely like the movie theater industry...
Since I use purses now and I don't bring my messenger bag, I can't, like, cram a whole... refrigerator of snacks in here. I mean, I've got my DS in here.
And you just lost your stylus.
Oh, god damn it! The fucking thing. I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's right here.
Thanks. I do need that.
You still have a 2DS.
I still have a 2DS. I want to upgrade to a 2DS XL, but they're like still almost $200. Like somehow, it's ridiculous. Okay,
the Switch is a thing now. Old gen is supposed to go down some.
Supposed to. I guess there just weren't enough of them in the wild, so like the people who have them aren't selling them, so the prices aren't going down.
Yeah, I like my 3DS.
Alright, so I do want to talk about a couple previews. First of all, we had Reminiscent with Hugh Jackman.
Which at first was
like Inception.
Which really felt like it was an Inception sequel.
It just looks like Inception. Oh, okay, it's got a little bit of Blade Runner in there. It's got something of a noirish thing going on. But, like, it's about diving into fantasy worlds.
He did say diving into memories instead of dreams.
Yeah, so...
But just the way it was set up and designed felt like an Inception sequel.
Yeah, and it's not a sequel. It feels like a ripoff 10 years too late.
And, you know, like, seeing a preview for a Hugh Jackman movie while I'm about to watch a Ryan Reynolds movie and, like, knowing that those two are just, like, the best of fucking friends... I would really like to just see them cameo in each other's movies. Like they don't even have to talk, just like appear in the background for like 2 seconds. I think it'd be a fun little game of like, where's Waldo?
Come on down to Italy, Hugh Jackman. Just be in my movie for a sec. Oh, when Ryan Reynolds
trying to get him in the Deadpool sequel?
No, when Ryan Reynolds was at his lowest in the movie, and he tracks down Samuel Jackson, he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm fucking done with safety. You, me, let's do some cocaine."
and like maybe Hugh Jackman just kind of leans in during the bar fight. How much you willing to spend on that? And then just gets dragged right back into the fight. That would have been glorious.
It's so good that they're letting Ryan Reynolds be funny in his movies now. Like, he was an awkward straight man. Like
and we saw that poster for that other movie. What was it?
Oh,
Free Guy?
Free Guy. He's like an NPC in a video game who gets, like, sentience or something.
Oh, God.
I mean, that sounds fun to me.
Sure.
So it was either this or Cruella, and we went with this because it was earlier.
I mean, we thought we were going to see Cruella, but we got the times mixed up.
I had the times mixed up. I mean, I looked at them Thursday, and I haven't looked at them since, so, you know.
I was like, being at 4th of July, I don't want to leave Daisy at home too long.
Yeah. So there was also...
how dogs get with fireworks.
There was also that, I want to say Rogue Agent, that spy movie with Michael Keaton. Protege, yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson will be in that as well.
Samuel L. Jackson in that one. He is in so many movies, he is never going to run out of cash.
From the studio that did John Wick.
Which is such an underhanded sell. It's like not even the producers, the studio.
There was the writers, or the director of another movie, what was it?
Casino Royale.
That one.
The James Bond one, yeah. I mean, obviously the James Bond one. There's been 2 Casino Royales, and I assume
whenever I hear Casino Royale, I always think it was that heist movie, but then I have to remember, oh wait, that was Ocean's 11.
Oh, yeah. Protege actually didn't look that interesting. It was just neat to see Michael Keaton being like a bad spy or something. I don't know. I like Michael Keaton is a really interesting actor as he's aged. Like, he doesn't feel the need to be like, I guess I don't want to say handsome, but he doesn't feel the need to be like relatable dad Keaton, because he's done that.
I mean, at this point, he's done almost everything.
What was that movie, Jack, where he was the snowman? That's the one I'm thinking of, that he was trying to be a relatable dad.
I loved him in Homecoming.
Oh yeah, he was like the best part of that movie. I wasn't even a big fan of that movie, but every time he was on screen, I was enraptured.
Man, I just love that bit where, like, remember when he's taking Peter and I forgot the girl's name, but he's taking them to their homecoming dance. Mm-hmm. Says, go ahead inside, I'm going to give Peter the dad talk. And then he just reveals, I know that you're Spider-Man.
You are Spider-Man, and I am the Vulture.
My entire thought process when that scene was just, Batman, world's greatest detective. Fucking
I didn't even like those Batman movies, but he was good in them. Okay, so Protege is got Michael Keaton. All right, now let's talk about the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Old.
Yeah, it's not a great title.
Terrible title, but...
And it's not an often done concept, but I also feel like I've seriously seen it somewhere before.
It feels very... Black Mirror-y. Like, I know Black Mirror does more technology, but it feels sort of in that zone of speculative sci-fi. So,
it also feels like a Stephen King filler.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, just like a filler thing for him.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like some family getaway to some beach somewhere. They find some old rusted stuff that looks like it's been there a while. And then, like,
turns out this, like, enclosed beach cove...
Yeah,
makes
like
things age really fast.
Yeah, and it's just people start dying,
so,
bodies decompose,
and the people get older. And so, like, the big turn point, at least for me, in terms of what I'm really interested in story-wise, is that 2 young children are suddenly teenagers or older,
or young adults,
and like they're like not mentally aging, but their bodies have gotten way older on them all of a sudden. That's a really neat idea.
I did there was, during that preview, there was a nice touch with
Oh, he's on the phone.
There was this nice touch during that preview. The little girl, she was wearing like a child's swimsuit, and then when she shows up older, it looks like, so obviously
it's
a bigger
that swimsuit on an adult actress.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a bigger size because it's just not going on there.
Yeah,
but like it was a nice attention to detail with that.
Yeah, no. So like, I have concerns because M. Night Shyamalan is a limited writer, And he's okay. So M. Night Shyamalan has
honestly, I don't remember the last movie I saw by him. I really don't.
Split would have been the last one that you
Did
likely
not
would have
see that.
Okay. So the thing with M. Night Shyamalan is that he's hit this probably The Happening. Now that I think about it, in terms of one you might have actually seen.
Not the last one I saw. But
So the thing with M. Night Shyamalan as a writer is that he's hit this really weird point in his career where he starts with The Sixth Sense and it does gangbusters and people love it, and that gets him a lot of clout. And then he does Unbreakable, it's fine, whatever. And then he does Signs, makes $1 bajillion. So at this point, he gets to do whatever
that was it. That was the last movie I saw by him.
He gets to do whatever he wants, and unfortunately, he kind of feels like constrained by audience expectations.
Oh God, I think that was the only movie of his I've ever seen.
How have you not seen The Sixth Sense?
I've never seen it, honestly.
Okay. So, and then he has his downswing period where his movies get worse and worse and worse, and, people's... I think Lady in the Water was the moment of most head up its own assness in terms of his writing. So, he does really bad movies for a while. He makes the Avatar movie. He gets completely...
We don't speak of that.
He gets completely ground down by the studios on that one. That one's not even his fault. But he did not help.
But we do not speak of it.
So, he does that, and then he goes off and makes, Split and that weird movie about, the evil grandparents hunting their, grandchildren.
I did want to see The Village, just because, the concept of, wearing... You have to wear yellow to be safe sounded interesting to me when it first came out, but... I never saw it, and then, I've never heard good things about that movie.
So after Split, and he makes that, Glass movie, which was, the third one in his trilogy or whatever, and that made no fucking money and was terrible. I feel like he's in this weird place where studios are letting him do whatever he wants for a very low budget because they're just willing to take the gamble that it's going to be one of his movies that makes a lot of money, but they're going to make sure he keeps his budget low so that they don't lose a lot on the bet. So I feel like he's at this weird point of low studio oversight. It's not that no one's holding the purse strings, it's just that clearly they have no idea how to assure they get their money back with this guy. But it's happened a couple times, so they're willing to try again. I don't know. Looks fun. I'll probably see it. Not in theaters. That's everything for us today. We gotta get back and take care of your doggy dog.
Oh, I mean, it's literally 2 minutes down the road from me.
Yeah, I know, but it's almost 5 o'clock. The fireworks are gonna start soon.
Fireworks should be banned everywhere.
Yeah, especially this year with the heat wave.
No, I mean, not... Okay. Chances of brush fires aside, I don't like what fireworks do to wildlife. So,
not worth
that's
it.
Me.
Alright, would you turn off the camera for me, please?
Only because you said please. Short review. I know everyone wants it to be longer since it's been forever, but what do you want from us? We're busy.
We love you!
She loves you. You don't pay me enough to love you.